I'm a nationally ranked equestrian, soccer player, golfer, skier, and I'm on my school's student leadership team. I'm also a sister, a daughter, a granddaughter, and a friend. I'm an overachiever. However, twice a week, my soccer cleats are not where they're supposed to be. 3 times a week, it takes a whole car to get my things from house to house. At the end of the week, you would think I'm exhausted from all of the sports and extracurriculars, but it's actually that I know the next week will be another week of I don't know where my backpack is. My parents got a divorce when I was 6 years old. Since then, I've had to grow up and deal with the challenges that come with living in 2 households at once. My 2 houses are very different. When I'm with my dad, I'm with my stepbrothers, my stepmom, and my dog. When I'm with my mom, it's us and the animals, chihuahuas, cats, and chickens. Kids get put in the middle of their parents a lot. I know that there have been times where I felt isolated as a kid and alone. When your parents have challenges, it's hard sometimes to not feel like you have to play the peacekeeper role. I know that I have learned a lot from my experiences as a child of divorce, but I've realized that the only way to do everything is to find balance. Balance to me means feeling like I don't have to pick one piece of my life over another. I can be a focused athlete, but have fun with my friends too. I'm not perfect at this, and I probably never will be. But I realize that I don't want to be one of those kids that all they do is school, all they do is sports, all they do is socialize and ignore their parents. So I try and be aware and find time for everything. I think that's why I'm able to do all of the commitments that I have. Having to balance sports and friends, like most teenagers, is hard enough. But when you have to add on finding time to spend with your parents and your family that you only get to see half the time, things get more challenging. Feelings of letting everyone down can arise. When I think about what it means to me to let everyone down, or what would even happen if I let myself down, it's more of an internal fear than external. I fear that if I don't push myself to nearly the breaking point, I won't reach my full potential. That's my biggest fear. This is common in children of divorce. When I first started writing this talk, I thought I was writing a talk about how kids with divorced parents are forced into developing great executive functioning skills. Through the research and writing process, I have learned more about the mental toll that divorce can have on everyone involved and affected, whether you know it or not. I was not aware that I have a certain level of anxiety coming from my home situation until crafting this talk. I am not one to dwell on the fact that divorce is hard. Everyone knows that. I'm a believer that you need to make the absolute best of every situation that is put in front of you. Almost half the kids in the United States of America are children of divorce. That's the real reason why I decided to get involved with crafting this talk. People often tell me that I'm super mature for my age, but I credit this to having to go through my parents splitting up when I was 6, blending families, and having to worry about where my favorite stuffed animal was. Kids that you see that look poised on the outside might be the biggest mess on the inside, and you don't even know. My point is, I don't see my parents' divorce as a weakness. I see all the things that I've learned from it as my greatest strength. Statistically, either 50% of the people in this room are either divorced or part of a family where there is divorce. I am sick of people telling me that they feel sorry for me because my parents divorced when I was so young. There are millions of kids just like me across the globe. And here are 2 things that you can do for kids like me that have nothing to do with pity. Do not assume that you should feel sorry for kids that have divorced parents. This has been a challenge for me and will continue to affect me for the rest of my life. But it has also given me the power to become the person that I am today. And lastly, I want you to take away from this that under all of my accomplishments, organization, maturity, and constant need to overachieve, I'm still a kid, and I too still struggle. Behind the poised person on the outside, there might be someone on the inside that still needs your help. Thank you.